got all the Outcasts back once again. We keep climbing up the charts on the all-time podcast list, so congratulations to our team here of Outcasts.
That's dope.
Man.
Surprising.
Yeah, people love listening.
Looking at you guys, I'm shocked.
Right?
We do have a brown man, we have a white man, and a black man on our panel, and we're all Outcasts, and that's what we do, and we welcome in you new listeners. To you faithful listeners, thank you very much for supporting us.
Thank you.
And also thanks to our sponsor, BetterHelp.com/Outcast. I know Memphis has been getting some therapy. He seems to be in a better mood, so I think it's working for him. And it could work for you, right in the convenience of your own home. Doesn't take long to get in a session. Maybe you're down. Maybe all your dreams aren't coming true. When people talk about working out for the new year, it is, we got through the first month. It's now February, but
where did January go?
People always want to talk about making New Year's resolutions. One of the things you could invest in is yourself, like getting therapy, really.
Sure.
Getting that mind right.
Definitely.
And you can do it. You can do it and save 10% by using our promo code, BetterHelp.com/Outcast.
Do it.
I've been seeing some great BetterHelp commercials also.
They are pretty good, huh?
On YouTube in between some of the stuff I've been watching.
Yeah, definitely.
Pretty good.
They're becoming very out there. Like they're you can see them. And that's good because people need mental help.
Especially
people
nowadays.
Yep.
Especially nowadays.
I can use some. I haven't got any yet, but
might be about time.
I wonder how Tom Brady's mental health is. One, because a lot of NFL players, they take the hits to the head. I know quarterbacks don't take the hits to the head.
He didn't get touched. Are you kidding?
But he just went through a divorce, and now he's retiring from football. He didn't exactly ride off into the sunset, I don't think, in glory.
No, definitely not.
Because he had a bad season, and I always thought that was, some of the greats like John Elway left the game on top, won and left. And sometimes guys hang on too long. People forget, too, Michael Jordan even came back and played for the Wizards.
Yeah, he did.
He was pretty good, but he wasn't the Michael Jordan with the Bulls.
Remember baseball Michael Jordan?
Well, he didn't have Scottie Pippen. Yeah. That was when his father died.
Yeah.
And then I think there might have been golf Michael Jordan, and then now there's deep sea fishing Michael Jordan. He's really passionate about that now. Yep.
Well, he's an older gentleman now, so all that swinging of the club, like I'm sure his years in the NBA really kind of took a little toll on his body, so it's probably a little easier for him to just stand there and fish.
Mm-hmm. Deep sea fishing's awesome
swinging,
too.
Going after the ball, all
just
that
you and that fish.
Michigas. But I love playing golf.
I'm sure Tom Brady's going to be playing a lot more golf. I don't know if you guys saw, but he went to Twitter. People go to Twitter now to retire.
I told y'all.
I have suspicions. Yeah, it is sus.
Well, here it is. I have the audio. This is straight from Tom. He tweeted out just a few hours ago. Already 62 million people have seen it, and he tweeted it out maybe 6 hours ago. He says, truly grateful on this day, and thank you. And here it is.
Good morning, guys. I'll get to the point right away. I'm retiring for good.
For good, he said.
I know the process was a pretty big deal last time, so when I woke up this morning, I figured I'd just press record and let you guys know first. So I won't be long-winded. Like, you only get one super emotional retirement essay, and I used mine up last year. So really thank you guys so much, to every single one of you, for supporting me, my family, my friends, teammates, my competitors. I could go on forever. There's too many. Thank you guys for allowing me to live my absolute dream. I wouldn't change a thing.
Getting a little choked up.
Love you all.
He said he wasn't going to get choked up.
And then he did.
And he did.
That was pretty long.
53 seconds.
That's not very nice, Ramo.
Wait, were you getting annoyed by Tom a little bit?
Yeah. His career was long, Ramo. Shut your mouth. No,
I seen it last year.
I understand I understand. This is his second retirement.
That's the GOAT.
I think he actually
hands down.
He's going to be doing like something with NBC. He's going to be like doing like still like NFL games.
I actually think it's with Fox. I think he's going to be one on the lead team of Fox. And Greg Olson, the tight end, who is the color guy now with with the
Brady
with Burks. I can't remember the guy's name that he's on with, but they're the number one team with Fox, and they're talking about replacing Greg Olson with Tom Brady. And some people are upset because they're supporting Greg Olson, that he shouldn't just lose his gig when he's doing good just because Tom Brady's retiring.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess he is. I guess now he is officially, because Tom Brady's taking the number one seat, just like Tony Romo did at CBS.
Yeah.
And who did Romo push out?
On there.
Romo pushed out Phil Simms.
Yeah, he did.
Phil Simms used to be the number one guy on the broadcast, so maybe they will
but
put him
Romo
on
does a really good job.
Then he pushed Jared out for the Subway commercials. Dang.
Yeah, he had it coming.
But you know what? So Brady
with little kids.
So yeah, he's gonna give it up, but he got this sweet gig he's gonna get to do. So he's still around the game, and let's not forget he's single.
Who?
Tom Brady. He's single.
Yeah.
We get
sometimes that can be stressful, when you don't have a strong woman helping you out.
I think Gisele's gonna go back to him.
I think he's got some women helping him out when you're worth $400 million. I think.
And not to mention, this is Tom Brady.
That's probably why she's gone.
Why?
Tom Brady ain't been single.
Because all the women's that are coming around.
Yeah.
But they were together for a long time. I think they have kids. I think they have kids together.
They are pretty slutty in Tampa.
They'll probably find each other again. Those two.
You think?
Love birds.
I mean, they got kids. The kids are still love.
They were at some point.
When you got that much money,
no love. There's no love.
No, I'm not saying
just counting your money.
That's what I'd be doing.
I don't think he's done.
Diving in all my coins like Scrooge McDuck swimming around.
Definitely.
What'd you say, Memphis? You don't think he's done?
I don't think he's done.
You think he's gonna play again?
I think he's gonna play.
Nobody will take him seriously.
He's gonna come play baseball like Michael Jordan.
I think he's gonna play.
I think he's done.
I think because San Francisco and the Raiders need a quarterback. And it's interesting because
more people
he's out there, and then you got Aaron Rodgers who wants to be traded, and both of them grew up in the Bay, and they would love to really finish their careers with either one of those teams, the Niners or the Raiders.
Well, he's kind of put the Buccaneers in a bad spot because I guess he still has a couple years on his deal, and they're going to be able to break up his salary over the next 2 years. But now they have like Kyle Trask. He's garbage as far as I've seen.
And he went to Florida. Ugh, gross.
I know we got some Gator fans amongst us.
Yeah, well,
but Kyle Trask, who has yet to, I think, take an NFL snap, is now the starter, and the Bucs don't have the money to go out and get anybody because they have to eat Tom's salary for the next 2 years. I thought he was going to play the next couple of years and play out his contract.
That's fine.
So we kind of left him holding the bag a little bit.
But, I mean, how did they not see that coming?
Do you think that he has any regrets for not just staying retired the first time?
Oh, I'm sure.
He
could have went out on top when he won the Super Bowl.
That's it. That should have been it. He should have been like, peace out.
And now
his life would be so much simpler.
Because that would have been the perfect ending for his chapter, you know, and the movie that they would write about him and whoever would play him and all that shit.
Maybe him going back in and what happened in that season, which was the last season, was how many seasons did he play after he retired?
23.
No, after he retired. 1 or 2 after he retired. One more.
Yeah, he played
and
last year.
I don't know, maybe something happened where he doesn't regret it. But you kind of have to wonder though. You're like, is he like, damn, I should have just quit when I was ahead.
Oh, he definitely saying that right now. I mean,
because he ended up getting into all those issues with his wife. It seemed like at that time,
and he got
after
banged up
people were saying she wanted him to retire
anyway. So it is what it is.
I like to bring up stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think he's gonna be fine.
Yeah,
I think he's gonna be good.
I wouldn't be surprised if this is like some ploy to get out of his contract with Tampa.
Oh, a ploy.
And then sign with another team maybe in a year or so.
And that sounds like some kind of QAnon conspiracy.
Well, maybe.
Here's
the thing. What happens to Tom if he's just not that good at broadcasting? Like, he's great at being a quarterback. That doesn't mean.
Well, he made his video was good that he made.
No,
but he might be all right.
No, it wasn't. He says.
I'm sure when you're the greatest quarterback of all time, you'll find a way to generate revenue.
He'll find.
Oh no, yeah, of course.
They'll do something similar.
Like another team,
like what ESPN had with Peyton and Eli.
Quarterback's coach.
He can push Tony Romo at a Subway.
Nah, you see how like ESPN they have the Peyton and Eli show.
I love that show.
So
on ESPN2 during Monday Night Football.
It's funny.
Is that on the Ocho?
No, it's on ESPN too, and it's fun. It's easy. It's fun to watch that one with Peyton
It's
and
funner?
Eli.
Funner?
Yeah,
You
it
get them
is.
Funyuns out.
It is
So it's
What the hell is that?
Sorry.
In English, please.
Well,
Funner.
with Tom Brady retiring, it's got me
funner.
thinking
What are you
about
thinking?
More
the
fun.
Mount
More
Rushmore
Okay.
of quarterbacks.
the
The
top
funnest.
four. The top
Let's
four
let's
quarterbacks.
start with
Okay.
our sports expert. Let's go to TomKat.
Are you
Alright,
shit?
yes.
Are you
I would
fucker.
like to get.
You fucking dick.
Let's go
That's
straight
great.
to TomKat.
Do it.
All right, TomKat, who is your top 4 all-time greatest quarterbacks of
Oh.
all time?
Oh boy.
I would assume you got to put Tom Brady in there. I'll help you with 1, but now you got to come up with 3 more. That
All right.
Mount Rushmore was
Well,
4 presidents.
We're from
Heads.
We're from Florida, so Dan Marino.
He never won a Super Bowl, but I'll take
I
it.
like Dan Marino.
Handsome guy.
Yeah, definitely. There's an argument there.
He's from Pittsburgh.
Oh shit. Okay, so
So you got 2.
the other guy up in Mahomes, he's awesome. I think
He hasn't really retired yet, but you're already putting him in GOAT. I mean, he's already.
I don't know a
he's-
lot about football.
Okay, the top 4
Jeez.
quarterbacks of
Yeah,
all
bad.
time. Okay, Mahomes.
He's reaching.
Troy Aikman, just going there.
All right, that's 4. Okay, so TomKat's 4 is Troy Aikman, Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, and Dan Marino.
That's
I mean, that's okay. I'm not going to knock you too bad and
Yeah.
put you on the spot. What about
Yeah,
you,
that's-
Ramo? Who is your Mount
too bad.
Rushmore of quarterbacks?
I definitely would go Joe Montana.
Oh, I forgot that Roethlisberger guy. He's good.
Yeah, I don't know if he'd be top 4. Let's see. Joe Montana.
It's 4.
Yeah,
You're on the clock,
Aaron
Ramo.
Rodgers. I
Joe
put
As
him
a
in-
Bears fan, how could you possibly do that?
Because I've seen him.
He's not really retired yet, but
just- I just
I-
threw up in my
He's
mouth.
been there. He's been there. Yeah, he's that good.
I can't believe
I got
it.
a
I think he'll
flag
be there.
thrown on my
Although he's on
list
the
can't
when
Bowl,
believe
I
I
tried.
heard
Bowl,
it.
so
We were all
I've seen
witnesses.
him play some really good football. So him, let's see, Joe Montana, him. I'll go with you, TK, on the Dan Marino. I think he was an excellent.
Never won a
quarterback.
Super Bowl.
He didn't. He didn't have a team around him, but he was really
Never
good.
won a Super Bowl.
Um,
No rings. Barkley has no rings.
Yeah.
And let's see, number 4, I would have to put. I don't know.
Oh, you should have got it
Uh,
right on the downbeat there.
Jim McMahon from the Bears. I don't know.
What?
No,
I mean, I
sucked.
love him. He was a character. So
He
there we
was.
go.
He's funny.
To recap, Ramo, we have McMahon. We have Marino.
Yes.
Who else did you have on your list?
Yeah, the one-
Montana
definitely
And
and Aaron
me.
Rodgers.
Rodgers, sure.
No, Dan Marino.
Marino.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah,
said
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Okay, so now on to
Memphis.
Memphis. Who is your Mount Rushmore of
I cannot
quarterbacks?
believe the selection you all have put out
I think
there.
mine's
This
good.
is just,
Mine's better than Ramos.
not really.
Yes,
This
it is.
just as bad. All right, I'm gonna give y'all a good list. Here's
Talk to
here's
us.
my top 4. Here we go.
go.
Start with number 1, Tom Brady.
Yep,
I
that's
have
easy.
that one.
I forgot about Tom.
My list
Yeah,
is
how
so
do you? I
good
mean,
so
that was
far.
the whole point of the segment, Ramo.
Yeah,
we talked
sure.
about Tom Brady. We transitioned.
I know.
You swung, you missed.
Welcome to the show.
You lose.
Coming in at number 2, my guy.
I don't like
Peyton.
Tom.
Yeah. I can't believe none of you guys picked Peyton Manning either.
Peyton Manning.
Yeah, definitely. I
Peyton
forgot
Manning, I
about
forgot about that
His
guy.
helmet is right here. I
Go
have an
Vols,
autographed
baby.
helmet
It's
right there.
behind
Go
me.
Vols. Go Vols.
Definitely.
Okay.
Coming in at number
I'll agree
3,
with that one.
Joe Montana.
Definitely Joe.
And
Okay.
coming in at number 4, this is going to weird some of y'all. It's going to trip you out. Warren Moon.
No Super Bowls.
Yeah, but he threw for like a gang of yards, though.
Let me give you the real 4, okay? Because I did sports radio, so I'm a real sports
Oh,
fan.
gosh.
Okay?
Talk
Here
to
we
us.
go.
Number 1, Joe Montana.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Thank you.
Never lost a Super Bowl.
Yeah, no,
No.
he's the real cool. right
Number
now.
2, Tom Brady. But
Tom
I
Brady, yeah.
almost feel like it's a photo finish. You might have to give it to Tom.
It's close.
Yeah. You know.
It's kind of the LeBron Michael debate.
Sure.
Depends
sure,
on
sure,
your era,
sure,
you know.
Sure.
Next, so I have those 2. Number 3 would be Peyton Manning.
Sure.
Peyton.
I swung on the list on that.
Peyton.
Now, number 4, to a lot of sports people, could be an argument. I think you can't argue the top 3. It's hard to argue those top 3.
Right.
But the 4th would be John Elway. Talk about a guy
John
who
Elway,
walked away.
okay.
He walked away right after he wins 2 championships.
And he was like 40 3 or something. What if he was older? It was at the end of his career.
So I put John Elway.
John
in.
Elway. That's solid.
That is solid.
That's very solid.
Yeah,
That's solid.
mine did suck. After
Solid
hearing your
as a
guys'-
rock.
Yours would get mine just because Elway is career is better than Warren Moon's because of the Super Bowls.
Now I love Dan Marino because he's just great, and I think he had like a bunch of passing yards
He did.
records.
That's all he had.
He was a great quarterback.
But no one's mentioned Drew Brees. I think his name is
Oh,
in the
Breezy Drew.
in the
Not-
conversation.
Nah.
Too low.
Memphis doesn't
He's
like
got
him
a
anymore.
Super Bowl,
One.
and I
yeah.
think he's passed for like he's right there,
So
like
does
him and
Jim
Tom Brady.
McMahon.
Then you can throw
What
in
about Ed
Steve
McMahon?
Young. You can throw Steve Young
That's his
in.
uncle.
You could throw Steve Young in there, but maybe
Yeah,
You could.
like in the
Steve-
mix. But he ain't
What
one
about
of the top
Egg
four.
McMuffin?
No.
Yeah, I mean,
Who's
he-
Egg McMuffin?
I'm hungry.
With regular bacon?
I like the Canadian
Steve
bacon,
Young.
maybe the
That's-
sausage.
It's called ham.
All right, while we're talking sports, let's continue to talk sports. I just love playing the sports theme that we made.
It's a pretty good theme, though.
I know we're
awesome.
talking a lot of sports.
I
We
love
got
this
some
theme.
really juicy topics to get to on the Outcast podcast, so
Juicy.
please stick around. But let's wrap up our sports talk. Don't forget, this weekend you have the Pro Bowl. That's from Las Vegas.
They still do that?
Yeah, they used to do the Pro Bowl after the Super Bowl. They've now decided here in the last few years they do the Pro Bowl the week between the conference championships and the Super Bowl. So that will be this weekend.
You know why I like that in a sense? Simply because obviously all the great players in the Super Bowl aren't going to be down to do it. So it gives other guys opportunities to kind of get out there and be.
They don't even play.
It's definitely not
They
an
playing
all-star
flag
game.
football
Right,
now.
exactly.
That's garbage.
I like what they used to
Boo.
do back in the late 70s and early 80s when they would
I don't
have them
care.
do like tug of war.
Oh.
Yeah.
And they would do like all those different
who's
like
who's the fastest man?
They don't do that.
That
Strongest
shit's
man.
cool.
I haven't watched him forever.
maybe they ought to bring
I
that
remember
back.
that. That was awesome.
Yeah.
All right, and
Look
congratulations to Memphis. Of all of our football picks, I had
Yes,
Dallas. I believe TomKat, you picked who?
I think I
Bucks?
picked the Bucks. Yeah.
The Bucks. Ramo, you picked
Buffalo.
Buffalo,
Yep.
which unfortunately
King me.
Josh Allen threw too many interceptions.
He did. He
Way
sucked
too
it up.
many.
But he's out. But Memphis is the last outcast standing in the Super Bowl picks.
As I knew I would.
Although
be.
in order to get the
Even though he's sitting
$100,
down,
in order for him to get the $100
or like
bonus,
laying down.
he does have to have Kansas City win in the Super Bowl.
Not happening.
That's right. It's happening,
Nope.
Jack.
Not.
It's happening.
It's not.
Even with my homeboy, he got his
He's
ankle
limping
wrong.
all over the place.
But
he's going down.
He got 2 weeks to get that right.
Did you see
know,
that
he was
pass
good.
rush?
Yeah, their offensive line is straight. Kansas City, they straight, man. Yeah, my Trey Smith and them, they straight.
Well, according to Vegas, the Eagles
the Eagles,
are
baby.
favored by 1.5 points, according to
1.5
Vegas.
point. That's the line. 1.5.
The line
That's
is at
typical.
1.5 for the Eagles to beat the Chiefs, and that's going to be in Glendale, Arizona.
Arizona.
Let's see how smart you kids are out there. We'll put it on the screen for you now. Super Bowl LV 11.
I know what that is.
Me
Super
too.
Bowl L. This is like, remember at Sesame Street back in the day where they would put the little thing over as you read. Let's see if you kids know your Roman numerals. LV 11 equals. Anybody want to guess?
I
TomKat,
forget what
go
the
ahead.
L is,
I know.
man.
Go ahead,
It was
TomKat.
like 10.
No, you're wrong.
No.
I'm gonna go
I
57.
forget what the L is.
Yeah.
You are correct,
Yeah, right.
Memphis.
I know
L,
the V is 5, right?
V is 5.
Yeah.
Just five.
And the
and
L's
ones are ones.
Yep. So that
L's
would
are
make it
ones.
57.
L's 50.
So Chiefs Eagles
75. Yes.
coming up in a couple of weeks. All right, let's move on to a sad topic.
57.
They
This
didn't
one,
say there'd be math.
this video, I haven't been
Right.
this shocked by a police video since the Rodney King beatings in Los Angeles.
Oh, yeah. Bad
This
news.
is the killing of Tyre Nichols.
That's
Terrible.
not good.
It has led to a lot of public discussion on
Sure.
how police forces treat black citizens. And now we've seen 2 more Memphis police officers have been disciplined and 3 emergency responders. They've been fired, all in connection with the death of Tyre Nichols. So I believe there needs to be a discussion. I would like to talk with the Outcasts about this. It does look like they did some swift work, taking these police officers off the job and I believe giving them I don't think they gave them a conviction, but they've at least
Not yet.
charged them.
Yeah. Not. And,
That would be
as-
fast.
As well,
Would
they
be
should.
fast. I think
As-
within 20
Although,
days. Within
as-
20
After
days.
watching the video, it would probably be warranted.
That's how they all should go.
Right.
I'm sorry. No matter who the cop is.
Well,
Now,
speedy
Ramo-
trial.
Ramo, your dad was a cop.
Sure.
I ask you,
Talk to me.
I mean, I don't know how often. Your dad's still alive. I'm sorry that I should know this.
No. He's not, but that's
He's
all
not.
right.
I'm sorry
That's
to
all
hear
right.
that. But my question to you is,
Talk to me.
do you think your dad would want to be a police officer in these times? Because I feel like you got to wear the body cam. It seems like they're always there's so many good ones, but they're being painted in a bad picture because it seems like there's these small percentages of bad ones, but those are the ones we hear about. We don't hear the good stories. We
Right.
hear the bad stories.
Well, I think a lot of times, here and there we'll hear the good stories if you look in the right places. But yeah, definitely the bad stories are the more prevalent. And I don't think my dad really wanted to be a cop when he was a cop. He
Really?
he came out of the military. Yeah, I mean, being that's
a tough job.
It's a high stress job, man. I mean, just looking at him, I could tell, like, growing up, I knew that his mind was 90% at work most of the times. And, he did homicide in Gary, Indiana for about 10 years
Damn.
and worked with the
Wow.
DA. Like, that's some high stress shit. And not to say that he didn't love being a cop so he could help people, but I'm sure there was a lot of political bullshit and, streetwise bullshit that just was very high stress,
Also, everybody take a
every
shot.
day. Well, yeah, just because I mentioned Gary Indiana. Sweet.
Memphis, what about you?
take a
When
shot.
you see
Gangsta
this,
Island.
we've seen this with George Floyd. It was a white officer with his knee on George Floyd's neck. We saw a bunch of white officers beating Rodney King in the L.A. beatings, and I think there was maybe a black officer on the scene during Rodney King's beating, possibly.
That was a long time ago. I
When
remember that one.
when you see this video, have you seen the video, by the way?
Yeah, I've seen it.
What's your reaction when you see it?
Well, it's kind of like it's just like another day, It's another shit, just another day to to be me, And it sucks, because we've been telling folks this like the entire time, and this is what Black Lives Matter means, and it is insulting how everybody has taken that, and these lives matter, this lives matter, that lives matter, this like come on, man. It was for this reason and this reason only, because it's crazy. You got to walk outside your house and wonder, am I gonna make it home today? And it don't matter if you live in the hood or you a Ivy League professor. It happens there too. That's what we deal with, and we show it on camera all the time. And it's still nothing happens. And shockingly, it's crazy that these 5 black officers got fired so quick. I think the police chief gotta can her ass too, because that was under her watch, under her thumb. No police commander has any of these ghost units or some shit like that, and they don't know about it. So she got to rise. She got to go. They got the police officer, the white boy, got him out of there. The meds got their ass up out of there because they didn't do their job. The whole system broke, man. It's been broke.
I mean, and the thing is too is I don't know if you guys have ever been arrested, but
Yeah.
the fact of the matter is that when you're being interrogated, they do not have to tell you the truth entirely. You know what I'm saying?
At all.
And they can bend and stretch that shit how they feel necessary. Your best bet is as soon as they pull you in that room, tell them you want a lawyer. If they're gonna arrest you, they're gonna fucking arrest you, and if they can't, they're gonna send you home. Simple.
Yeah. But it depends on how you move or how you come at them or whatever.
Well, you just got to be respectful because they're people. You got to understand that they're people too. They go home to families and shit.
You want to be respectful, but when you are constantly respectful and you're not being a threat,
of course.
you see what I'm saying?
Of
It
course,
just tends to
of
happen the
course.
more people that
100%,
look
dog.
like me. So
100%.
So
100%.
obviously, I feel some kind of way about
I feel
it.
you.
Well, you
And,
can
I'm with
you
you,
can look
dog.
at
I
these.
feel
You can
you,
look at the
100%.
statistics though, and see that white people and Spanish people are killed more by police than black folks are overall.
There are more of them in population.
And I
There
think
are.
that's
That
where the
would be a
numbers get
numbers game.
skewed. But here's the thing. here's the thing, and I think everybody needs to see this.
But don't you think they do it per million?
But by and large, if you look at who it happens to, I would imagine that by and large, it's happening to people that are economically challenged, as opposed to people who have means, regardless of what race you are. It just seems to be more prevalent because of the percentages of people who are here or there. Like,
I don't know. I almost
you're a
got beat to
majority,
death by the cops.
Exactly. And that should not happen. I don't care who you are. We need to stop looking at it. Like,
cop.
I understand that plight. Like, yes, like you have the loudest voice because it happens. It seems like it's happening more and more often to people of color. You know what I'm saying?
It's not about. I'm gonna stop you right there. It's not about happening more often. It's always happened.
Well, okay,
it's
that's
always,
what I'm saying.
Like you got, because if you're gonna say it, you got to say it
what
right.
I was saying.
It's always happened.
Okay,
and
other
just
people,
now,
but other people get killed
by.
But other people, statistics show that other people do get killed by police. So you can't say it's always black people because it's not always black people. Everybody gets killed by police officers. What I'm trying to say is, yeah, in these situations and shit like this was going on. Yes, definitely. I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing with anything that you're saying, my friend. Like, trust me, I'm 100% behind you. What I'm trying to tell you is that we as citizens need to realize that this shit has more to do with our economic background than it does race. And I'm sure race plays a lot in it. But you gotta
agree with you
the
on that
economic background of a lot of people that are
it's where you are
has to do with their race.
Can I just say
it plays into it? It's
can
all,
I just
it's
go ahead, TomKat. We haven't heard from TomKat on this subject. Go ahead.
Thank you. Can I just say that I do agree with Ramo because it's where you're going to be. If you're of good economic means and you're riding around in Naples and you're on Fifth Avenue, you're not going to get these people, the Scorpion unit's not going to roll up on you. But if you're in a certain neighborhood where they are and they're operating these type of gang units, these type of police, those type of police aren't operating in, the hoity-toity places or neighborhoods that are well-to-do. They're just not there.
But you don't have to be in there.
You don't have to avoid them.
You don't have to, but even if you are in those areas, I can tell you because it's happened to me a lot. When you're in areas that they think you're not supposed to be in.
Sure, they'll harass you.
And then get harassed and get pulled about your ride.
Sure.
So it does happen. It don't, like I said, it don't matter if it's in a hood or if you living in one of them areas like that. It still happens.
But it isn't going to be a Scorpion gang unit that pulls you over.
Well,
you don't have to be a Scorpion gang unit.
Well, it does for you to get most likely beaten to death like that. You know what I mean?
Hell no.
I mean, that's
was
not
that a Scorpion
case.
gang unit that beat the hell out of Rodney King? No, it was not.
No, but I don't think.
I'm pretty sure that was the Klan. No,
I mean, or anybody else that they caught on camera beating somebody's ass. I mean, no, man, I ain't going for that.
I just think that
I think we're agreeing with you. Like, we're not discounting anything you're saying.
For that.
What is your point that you're making?
My point is the fucking police is terrible. They crooked. They terrible.
They're not. Don't you think they're a necessary evil? Like, don't you think they protect your house and your stuff?
Hell no. We had a
You don't think that some other people that want your stuff would just come and take it from you if there wasn't a cop or someone who was going to throw them in jail?
Man, cops ain't everywhere where they supposed to be.
Okay.
I think if we didn't have police, it would be like the Wild West.
Wild West. You saw it in the hurricane. You saw it in the hurricane. You won't even be able to get the gasoline to power your car. They'll take it all.
The system is broken. It was created,
but it's the
crooked.
It's
from the jump, man.
Well, of course, but it's the most. It is.
They need to regulate it a little more.
I do think that, but I think that the system that they set up is the best one that's going in the world, and it's done the most to bring the most people up out of poverty in the world.
How many other places have you ever been to be able to say this?
Right, that is so.
I don't have to go there to know the statistics and the facts. Can I talk? When I'm talking, it's just like talking over me isn't going to stop me from saying what I'm saying.
I'm saying, like, where are you getting these statistics from?
What are you saying? You're saying that there's another country that's done more to bring people up out of poverty in the world than the United States. Which one is it?
What is this?
I don't need any statistics. Just which one is it?
There are a lot of countries that are doing better. A lot.
Which country in the world has done more to bring people out of poverty?
There are people.
When it comes to what?
They're what do they call that?
The
Like
Australian
how you
government.
live.
Australia.
The way you live.
Well, we could easily
like,
look that up.
the way, yeah, look it up.
There are a lot of
America's not the
countries that-
best fucking country in the
I didn't
world.
say
to
that.
live in,
I said
guys.
which country has done more to
Sorry.
bring people around the world out of poverty, which you think would be a pretty
sure.
good thing.
No, definitely. No, of course. I
Wait,
mean, it's
That's all I
supposed to be
said.
a land of opportunity, but there's a lot more people
What?
that have more opportunity than others because of reasons that shouldn't matter.
What?
And that's a problem.
I said
Wait, the United States has done what?
the United States has done more
just
to
let it
lift
go.
people out of poverty, more people around the world
No.
out of poverty than any other
The United
nation in
States,
the world.
if anything, has
Then what
probably
other
put-
country has done it?
The United States, if anything, is putting more
It's easy.
people
It's an
in
easy question.
poverty because all the countries they've gone and just done
Yeah.
dirty shit to.
Well, and I mean,
They-
you got to
I mean-
think about all the depressions and shit that we've been through as
The
a
United
country.
States,
I mean,
I can say
it's kind of
for-
been up and down.
I'm not saying the
probably
United
worst,
States
but
is
the
not a
best.
good place, but I can say for somebody who's been out the country a whole lot, and it's a whole lot of other countries that are just as dope as the United States. Don't get it twisted. Most people who make comments
Sure.
like that have never been outside the United States.
What
I don't
comment?
doubt
That
that.
was a question.
But
It didn't get an answer
the
either.
United Kingdom does very well over there. So
I'm
does
just Sweden does
Italy,
well, like a bunch
Spain.
of places. I would imagine.
You know, I mean, when Greece was before their economy went to shit. You know, there are a lot of countries out there.
Sure.
Australia, like I said.
I have a
Look,
list here. Let me
I
give you.
apologize. I love the country I live in.
So do
I'm
I.
sorry.
And
Oh,
then
we all
I
do.
never-
Wait, I actually don't apologize for that. I don't apologize.
Okay, but the thing is,
Which is
that-
crazy. Why
Here you
should I
go.
have to even say
and
that?
You shouldn't. But that's
We live here. This is our country.
but
If it
that's-
sucks, we suck.
That's
They don't.
Bullshit.
These guys don't suck. That guy
That's-
over there doesn't suck.
That's
We
bullshit.
suck.
No, that's bullshit. That's 100%.
I think it's
bullshit.
true.
We don't.
It
we
is
don't-
100%
we
bullshit.
don't,
I bet.
like,
I bet
push
you
the
guys do.
economy and all that.
Because then that
shit.
means
Like,
you don't have to look inward. You look outward.
No.
You. Right?
That makes
Well,
no
Not in.
sense.
All right.
What's
Doesn't
the list
make
you got,
sense to
Gentry?
me.
Yeah.
Makes sense to the man in the mirror, Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a change for once in my
Okay,
life.
Gentry, what is
I
this
think there's a
list?
lot of great things here about the United
Of
States
course.
of America.
Yeah, and
Nobody
the people
said that there wasn't.
are probably tops. Nobody's saying that. But if you're going to sit here and try to deny the fact that America has a lot
I also
of
didn't do that. I didn't-
skeletons in the closet that
I didn't
are
do that.
starting to come out, then
I've never done that.
You got your hides hiding. in
Again,
the
I just
sand.
said
Like,
I didn't do that.
I know, but you're trying to tell us that there's no other country on earth that's better to live in than America.
didn't say that.
and I'm pretty sure
You're not
that's
even listening
You
to me.
didn't say it, but
subjective.
you were,
Wow.
you were asking the
You
question
were
as to
implementing
which.
that. You were suggesting
Which-
that.
It
was
in
a
your
question.
I mean,
And
that's-
in that question,
but
you
most
suggested
times when,
it.
The
when
question
folks
was,
ask questions
and the
like
reason
that,
I
it's-
asked that question is if you want to know if I could explain it is because that's the type of thing that you look to a country that isn't a racist piece of shit country like you're saying the United States is. If they would go out and lift all these other people up out of poverty, maybe they're not so fucking bad.
Who are these people
That's what
that
I'm
they
saying.
lifted out of poverty?
That
This
was
is
my
what I'm
point.
trying to figure out.
Yeah, I want to know
Who are these people
is,
they
who,
lifted out
who
of
is
poverty?
it that,
'Cause
that
I don't
America
know.
lifted out of poverty?
I'll make sure to go talk to them all for you.
I am very
Please do.
curious. I need to know this because
It's
Yeah.
easy to look up. You know what I mean?
nah.
Name one. Like you were asking us to name one. We're
I
asking
did.
you to
I
name
said
one.
the United States has lifted more people up out of poverty
that's
in the
what,
world
like
than
what
any
kind-
other country. I named one. It's the United States. You name another one that isn't the United
No,
States
but
that
I'm
has done
saying
it.
what people
Which
did
one?
which people did they rise up out of
That's
poverty?
what we're asking you.
That's what
No,
I'm
I'm
trying
at-
to figure.
Who did they raise out of poverty? Who?
Because I'm
All
Can you
of the-
can you
oh
answer
my
the question,
God.
Tomcat? Can you
can't.
answer
Oh,
the
no, I'm
question?
answering the question. Who do they raise out of poverty? People all around the world in countries where they're starving, where they don't have food.
You're
You
talking
see all the
about the
organizations?
money that we go and give to other countries to help
Is
feed
that what you're
the
talking
needy.
about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Those
see, I thought you were
countries are-
talking about something
no,
different.
that is so completely false. Just because you don't still see those
Other-
infomercials.
well,
Then which
yeah.
Those
which other
countries-
country
those
is giving
coun-
more to
you
them?
don't know.
Those countries
you don't
are
know.
still poor
Our maybe our
countries.
research team, our crack team back
Yeah.
there behind the cameras
Who
can look it up.
knows?
Go ahead, Jacob and Jordan,
The
our
people of America
executive
are great.
producers. See if you can find out
They're
which
the most
country.
generous
Of course,
people.
100%.
They're-
The
if
most
there is-
generous.
If,
Yes.
if there is
Yes.
That'd be good
well,
to know.
name
I
one
agree.
national disaster, one worldwide disaster that's happened, tsunami, whatever.
That we haven't helped. Sure,
poured
sure.
resources.
No, definitely.
They're like, stop sending stuff.
We have a great humanitarian.
Anyways,
like,
I don't need to be a
sure.
douche
you know
and go
people
crazy,
say-
but
you
you
know,
know,
people
I
I,
thought
say
you were
that
talking
shit
about
too,
something
you know.
different.
I like
but
America.
Yeah, I feel you.
The
Yeah,
most
I do.
generous
I
country
do
in the
too.
world. I'd like to thank Jordan,
Sure.
executive producer, for coming up with the stat here.
What we got here?
The most generous country in the world is Indonesia for a 5th year in a row.
Man,
Wow.
Indonesia.
There you go. Them.
You want to know the top 10?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's see if it'll show me here. I'm beginning.
I don't believe that.
We're looking this on the fly.
What's
here.
your source?
See, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like,
Well,
it's
see
not
where
a
America
diss.
is in the
It's
top
not-
10.
It's not a diss at all. But you're right. It's something we all should work on.
U.S.
and all that
comes
shit.
in number 2.
Oh,
Germany number
Good.
3.
No, I'm just kidding.
That's
Germany
good.
number 3. UK
Look.
number 4.
And look how fucking small Indonesia is.
Well, is it big? Yeah.
No,
That's,
it's
that's,
probably
that's
huge.
according
It's
to the
probably huge.
internet.
I don't even know actually.
Now I do have a quality of life list here.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Overall it
There you go.
says
That
on
sounds like
this
a
website.
quality of life.
Yeah, this has
Fucking Indonesia. No, I'm just kidding.
He's such a dick.
Just kidding.
Indoctrination.
it has the U.S. as number 21.
Boom.
On the list for
But
quality
see, that's
of life.
fine.
The quality,
That's
it's
still
like
fine.
the most place.
'Cause all you
it's like-
haters.
It's like Sweden or
I'll give you the
Switzerland.
list. Number 10 on the list.
Because all you libtards.
That's a different voice. Because all you libtards.
There you go.
This
There
is
you go.
this source here is
Dang.
usnews.com.
Okay, that's fairly respectable.
They've got a
I guess.
good domain
I don't
name.
know what the fuck they
Mhm.
are.
I don't know. Sounds like a.
Number 10 is New Zealand
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
for quality of life. Number 10, New Zealand.
Okay.
Number 9
I heard
is
they were good.
Australia. Very similar
It's
flags, by the way.
amazing. And
But they don't let
they don't like each
Americans
other.
that have records as such as I cannot go to Australia.
Well, I
Well,
know
that's
I've
why
been
they're
to
so fucking
Australia.
great. No, I'm kidding.
I've been to Australia, and I can tell you,
Shit, wait,
Australia
let's book our
is
trip now.
The shit.
Bastards.
Listen, if you ever get a chance to go to Australia, do that shit. That's a once in a lifetime
Man, are
trip.
you kidding? They have fucking
That is
insects
just-
that are the sizes of cats.
Yeah,
Like,
they
fuck
do, but those are
that.
mostly out.
Yeah, the
in
most
out
deadly.
In the,
I think all
in the
of the most
sticks and
deadly
shit.
insects.
You
and
won't find most of that in the
reptiles
city
live
and
there.
shit like that. Yeah, you got all the most dangerous shit that'll take you out. You know, fucking
Man.
what kind of ant? That's a fucking giant spider.
Let's move along. Let's move along the
Okay.
list here.
Fuck that.
Number 10 is New Zealand. Number 9 is Australia. Number
Right.
8 is the Netherlands.
Okay.
Mhm.
Number 7, Germany.
Yes,
There
very
it
nice.
How are they better than us?
Well, they got a
It's
4.22
awesome over there.
trillion GDP over there.
I heard.
Germany's
that
fucking
awesome.
dope.
Do you know what
Yeah.
that is?
Germany's fucking
Gross,
GDP?
gross domestic product.
Yeah.
You're
Boom.
looking at the thing on.
No,
the,
I'm not.
I was asking Ramo.
I
Easy.
already knew what it meant.
Yeah, you know what it meant.
You
I don't
didn't
need to
know.
know.
I did
Yeah.
too know what
I
it
knew
meant.
you didn't
I have
know.
a portfolio.
Ooh.
You know what that is, TomKat?
It's like a suit,
Isn't that a book with some pictures in it?
like a cool suit from downtown. You walk around,
Got me a new
portfolio.
pair of
Look at me, I'm in
portfolios.
my portfolio.
What a
Riding in my
jackass.
portfolio. It's like a car. Brand new portfolio here, buddy.
Number 6. Number 6 on the list of
Go ahead.
quality of
Number
life.
6.
Who is that? Who is
Finland.
that? Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Number 5, Norway.
Yep.
Number 4 is Switzerland. I know
Yeah.
they've got
It's all
beautiful,
these.
The
It's,
Swiss.
see, it's,
beautiful
it's
women. in
cold though up
It's
there,
a lot of
man.
beautiful
It
women
Too
up there.
cold,
That's
man.
why it's the quality of living. Like
They're all
nobody
cold?
wants to do shit. They're all hanging out at home smoking weed.
Number 3 is not too far. You
Doing
can
those
go
ice bongs.
north of the
Yes.
border and go to Canada for the number 3 best
Canada is
quality.
awesome.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Man,
Toronto
Canada
is
just
the-
shitting on
Yeah,
us.
I
I've been to
wanna go.
Toronto. I love
Toronto
Toronto.
is the shit. I know that
Canada's
place
fun.
like the back of
So,
my
And
hand.
weed is legal.
It is.
They used to say that Canada was our hat. Now we're Canada's balls.
Also, universal
With
health
the
care
worst.
in Canada.
Yeah.
You don't
Yep,
have to pay. You don't have to pay your medical bills over
Yeah,
there, but you do have to go
I'm
and
just
be
kidding
treated
about
by
that.
the doctors. They say, you don't get a say, but you don't pay for procedures, and you don't have to pay for your health care when it comes to Canadians.
I would imagine.
Yeah, I dated
there's
a girl in
there's
Toronto.
A lot of
high
countries
standard.
are
But you
like
just
that.
can't
Oh,
get in
man.
because
That's
there's a
good.
line so fucking long.
That's
I'm
not.
just kidding.
That's not true.
Good and bad.
Is it? I
Yeah.
don't know.
I heard
I'm
it.
not sure
I
now.
heard
But
it.
Jordan, I'm
in
just
some
kidding.
cases.
But quality
But-
of life, though, it is. I have to
Yeah.
say it. If I would move, if it wasn't so cold, I would totally relocate
And
to
you know
Toronto.
what? And to
It's too
that
cold.
argument right there,
Too
I don't
cold.
even want to hear shit because you cannot even go to the fucking ER today without having to wait 5 fucking hours. It's so bad, mind you.
Because all the
that
Spanish people that are
they-
in there.
Ooh.
No, I'm just messing.
That was racist.
That's the one. That's the one that's getting us kicked off. God damn it. No.
I'm just kidding.
But
The
my,
black
You
people.
said that
No,
about
I'm just
another
kidding.
place.
Yeah, he did.
You said that about another place too, the phone company. TK said the other day, I can't go to the Sprint store. Every time I go in there, There's so many Spanish people.
Well,
I'm like, what?
also,
The Spanish people aren't allowed to go to the phone store, TomKat?
Well, also, the
guessing-
Spanish people work at the phone store too, so everybody in the phone store is Spanish besides me.
He's obviously an Archie Bunker fan.
They got the Bad Bunny blasting,
Totally
fucking
Archie
going
Bunker
down.
fan.
I'm like, I just want a phone, porque.
He used to watch Sanford and Son just to watch Fred joke on Julio next door in the goat.
I mean,
Nobody gets that reference here, Ramo. We're
no.
not that old.
Come on,
I
yes.
get the
Archie
reference.
Bunker.
Archie Bunker,
what do you
yeah.
mean? What the hell? I get the
Yeah,
reference.
Yeah, and a lot of
Hell
the
yeah.
listeners won't, though.
That
I mean.
shows.
Well,
Showing
do
your
your
age,
research.
Hey, Google is free.
All right. Do you want to know the top two?
Yes.
Do you guys want to guess? Do you have a guess, or you want me to just give it to you?
I'm gonna go with Greenland and shit.
No.
Jamaica. No.
Denmark is number 2,
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
and number 1 is Sweden.
See, I swear you said the same two names
Switzerland.
over and over
I
again
said
in the top
Switzerland.
10.
So it's a Switzerland.
It's like
and
the top
Sweden.
10 was like the same names over and over. All these like little cluster, like little island nations up there that are
In English,
like
please.
they're,
You know what?
they're
I
all
would-
covered in snow. They're just snowy.
I would not
Greenland,
mind
Iceland,
relocate to
Yeah.
either one of those
Switzerland,
countries.
Sweden.
I would.
I'd be down.
I'd totally be down to
wouldn't
move,
against-
do that.
I mean, once we start selling music like that, we can live anywhere we want.
Go to Denmark and kick it. Go
All
see
right.
the Northern Lights.
Let's move on to our next
too cold.
topic here. We have lots to talk about when it comes to the legal system.
Nice.
What will happen to the great, I like him, Alec Baldwin?
Oh boy.
He has been charged, officially. Charged with involuntary manslaughter for the shooting on the set of Rust, the
Not
movie.
good. Not good. Not good, sir.
He ain't doing something.
One
Not
of-
good. We talked about this
Oh,
like
boy.
forever ago.
Yeah, but now he's been charged.
Remember how long ago we originally talked about this,
yeah,
Gentry?
it was a minute.
Yep.
The first time we talked about this, it was a while ago.
I think
Yeah.
everybody's familiar with the story
What
where
happened?
he gets a gun in his hand and he's supposed to be firing off one of those fake rounds, blanks.
I hate when that
they're
happens.
just now charging this guy formally.
That's
and,
crazy.
And he pulls the trigger and he
'Cause
kills
he's
a
rich.
cinematographer, ends up dying on the set. And now he's being charged. So I guess the question is,
No.
Blunky.
should he be? Who's to blame? And what should be the punishment for something like this?
That's
This is nothing to
crazy.
laugh about. Somebody has
It's
I'm
died.
not. We were
That's-
talking. It was. We were talking about
That's
something.
crazy.
No,
'cause
TomKat's
I'm
beat it down.
thinking like, you know, how I can see how he could be at fault, but I don't see how he can be charged. He didn't load the gun.
He's liable.
I mean,
He
yeah, that's what I'm
also
saying.
said he
could
didn't
be-
pull the
I
trigger.
can say
Do
he'd
you
be
believe that?
Well, no, I don't believe that. I mean, if he pulled the trigger. Look, I pulled the trigger, but I didn't load the fucking gun. So how am I supposed to know?
But the problem is,
You
he
know
said
what I mean?
he didn't pull the trigger, so he's screwed on that now because he
Oh.
would have been able to make that defense had he not gone on TV with George Papadopoulos and said, "I didn't pull the trigger. I never would have pulled the trigger." And then they went and got their own FBI expert that said the gun couldn't have gone off unless he pulled the trigger. So
That's
now, boom, boom, boom.
factual.
And
Yeah, he
now
did,
he's
he
in
did a little
trouble.
too much talking. He
Yeah,
should have
so
kept his mouth shut.
Oh, so he was out here on the press run talking shit.
Talking shit.
Oh,
Fucked
then
himself.
fuck him. This
Fucked
dumbass.
himself.
That was his fault.
All
All
right,
you
let
gotta
me
do is
play
shut
some.
the fuck up.
I have ABC News here with the very latest on
Get
the
a lawyer.
Alec Baldwin situation.
Tonight, Alec Baldwin, formally charged with involuntary manslaughter in the shooting death of cinematographer Helena Hutchins on the set of
Woman.
the movie Rust.
I was the one holding the gun, yeah.
Baldwin and the film's armor, Hannah Gutierrez-Reed, both charged with 2 counts of felony manslaughter for the October 2021 shooting. In new court documents, prosecutors calling both of their actions reckless and negligent, claiming Baldwin did not receive enough firearms training and Gutierrez-Reed was not qualified to accept the job as armor. In the little training Baldwin did receive, Gutierrez-Reed claiming he was distracted on his cell phone, according to court documents. Prosecutors say photos and
Checking his
videos
Twitter.
clearly show Baldwin had his finger on the trigger, the FBI concluding the trigger had to have been pulled.
A lawyer for Gutierrez-Reed saying they will fight these charges and expect that a jury will ultimately find her not guilty. No new statement from Baldwin, but his attorney reiterating tonight Baldwin had no reason to believe there was a live bullet in the gun or anywhere on the movie set. If convicted, Gutierrez-Reed and Baldwin face up to 5 years in prison, David.
Let me just say that they found 5 live rounds on that movie set. It wasn't just one. They found more than just one. There was
Right.
5
That's crazy.
live rounds.
I think personally he's gonna be found liable in at a percentage because now that's how things work. And
He's the producer.
Right. But he's only partially liable. Like, there are other people that are responsible more than he is.
He pulled the trigger. He's the most responsible.
No, most definitely.
There should be some type of due diligence protocol where it's like, you get handed a gun.
He shouldn't have to worry about that.
Well, I think he should have to worry about it.
There's protocol, and he needed to learn it, and he was supposedly not there to learn it.
They said he was looking at his phone.
Yeah,
That's part of him too.
And they can
but
prove
see,
that.
that's what makes him liable. That's what I'm saying. He's definitely going to be partially liable. But I can guarantee you, they're also going to go after other people.
Sure. Oh yeah.
Said they already did. They're going after the armor.
But the one guy, the other guy, pled out already to a misdemeanor, which kind of really screws him because they don't have anybody else to turn the screws to.
Right.
He doesn't.
Now, you were saying that they're going after that armor person, right?
Yeah.
And they have to have charges against them. Well, if that person or her, if she's not like, unless she lied on her resume and application, and the company thought that hired her thought that she was, a valid person to hold this position.
Well, here's where that breaks down.
They're liable as well because they're hiring people that shouldn't be on that set.
Right. Well, that's what they're saying because they were supposedly cutting corners, hiring her because she had previous problems. Guns were going off on that set. People already were leaving the day before. People walked off the set due to risky work conditions. All of that, the prosecution now gets to introduce because he's the producer. Because he's the producer, he's not liable for that. If he was just an actor, he could be like,
Yeah. No.
But now
I heard that.
He's in some shit.
I don't think he's going to do any time.
So he basically should have just shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
I don't think
I think he does 18 months.
He played himself.
I think he does.
Next, he played himself. I don't feel bad. That's as worse as OJ.
He's going to pay out. Maybe house arrest.
He can do it to 6 years.
If I would have killed him,
5 years,
this how I would have did it. And then his dumb ass get arrested. Like, shut the fuck up.
Oh, yeah, he fucked up.
Yeah, to shut the fuck up.
Everybody.
Shut
if
the fuck
you
up.
get arrested.
As a general rule, shut the fuck up.
Thank you.
Just don't answer any questions. I'd like to see my lawyer.
That's it. I need my lawyer. If they're going to throw you in jail, they're going to do it anyways, whether you tell them dick or not. All right.
Unless you show them what?
If you tell them dick, you're definitely going.
Right. There you go.
All right, let's go to our official newsman. He's one of the most respected anchors in all of news.
In all of Lehigh Acres.
Yes,
Man
that's
needs
right.
a raise, I heard.
Slightly racist remarks earlier, but he is a credible.
What?
He is a credible newsman.
Oh, the Spanish ones.
He did make a Spanish comment that really
forgot all about that.
Slightly.
Good.
But he's still our Outcast newsman, and he's TomKat, and he's here with the news.
All right, it's February 1st, 2023. Birthdays, Harry Styles.
Isn't he weird?
He is weird.
I like Harry Styles.
Would have been
He makes great music.
Lisa Marie Presley.
Oh, God bless.
Yeah.
Ronda Rousey.
She kicks ass.
Ronda
She got her
Rousey.
ass kicked.
She
too,
rousing
so-
for you guys?
Now she's a wrestler.
She all right.
Really?
She okay.
That's fake.
What?
Wrestling's not
wrestling.
fake, man.
It is the beginning of Black History Month, February 1st.
Yeah.
It's also
They do get
February-
the shortest month of the year.
Right.
That's bullshit.
Why do they give them February? Why do the black people have to get the shortest
Well, I
month
don't
of the
know,
year?
but February 1st holds significance because it was the date Abraham Lincoln signed the 13th Amendment
Probably.
outlawing
Oh,
slavery
about the
in
white man.
1865.
See, and I think it has something to do more with
So
that.
that's probably
but
why.
It just plays out fucked up like that.
yeah.
All right, on to the news. Florida man Justin Mayorga bites off a pet python's head.
Who?
Ew.
It wasn't his pet python, it was his lady's. Florida man has been arrested for allegedly biting the head off a pet python in the middle of a domestic dispute with his lady.
Didn't Lorena Bobbitt do something similar to that?
It was not
She
a
did-
snake, but it was a real snake.
I was just saying.
He also struck a cop in the face with a handcuff when the officer tried to detain him. Police found the snake in its severed head near the front door after Mayorga was eventually detained.
He should be
Yeah,
happy
bro.
she
He went
didn't
nuts.
return the favor.
Yeah, I know, right?
This guy calls himself the Black Alien. He's tattooed his entire body and removed his ears, his nostrils, his fingers to look like the Black Alien, he
How
calls
does he
it.
breathe?
And now restaurants will not serve this
And
man.
nor
Mouth?
should they
Alien.
serve that freaking mouth
Oh,
breathing.
it looks like he can breathe really good. If you get a picture of this guy, it's crazy. I'm guessing he used to be like just a regular college dude.
So how did he remove his nostrils?
He cut This is the word. This is why I don't think they're letting him in the restaurant. He cut his nose off, you know, and you can see into his nose.
You can see his
See
nostrils.
into his nose, you know, and the rest of him's
Kinda
like
like
he's
a
got
skeleton?
he's got like prosthetics here. He's got his eyes, of course, black. He looks. It's a lot.
He must have been ugly
So they
as
don't want to
hell
let him in the
before.
restaurant.
I don't know
now.
why
I
he
agree.
complaining. Hey, he know what he did to
I agree.
himself.
Sorry, dude. You're too weird.
Yeah, I want to get some coffee. I don't want to be looking at you.
Well,
no, get out
and
my
here's the
face.
thing, too. Like, what happens if, like, some shit goes down the wrong tube and it ends up, like, coming up? Like, we normally
Just
can
shooting out of
close
his
our
nose?
shit. Yeah. Like, it'll go down back into our plate.
Now, if he goes in the right
It's
restaurant,
going in the back of your head if
he
you're
went-
sitting in front of that motherfucker.
Yeah,
He
I
just
want-
needs to
I
go to
don't want
Vegas.
nowhere around me. I don't want nowhere around me.
What else you got,
He
TomKat?
freaks
all
me
right,
out.
an asteroid the size of a box truck made one of the closest passes to planet Earth ever recorded last Thursday. Remember what you were doing last Thursday?
Oh, yes.
Well,
It's taking a dump.
if you were in South America at 7:27 p.m. Eastern Time Thursday, about 2,000 miles up in the sky above Earth's surface, this thing was flying over your head.
Really?
They said there was no risk of the asteroid striking Earth, according to NASA, if the space rock, which is estimated to be about 11 to 28 feet long, or 3 or 8 meters long across,
that?
headed for the Earth, it would have transformed into a fireball once it entered the atmosphere and
Right.
disintegrated.
Yeah.
Any remaining debris, it's debris,
Yeah,
would
but
have
you know
fallen
what?
on the ground as small meteorites, according to the space agency.
Yeah, that's bullshit though, because
It's
had
gotta
that
be
thing
bullshit.
fallen in a
Always.
high populated area, like you saw what happened in what was that in Russia, the Tunguska thing that hit, like
The
that thing
Tuskegee.
leveled.
You like the Tuskegee.
Trees.
You know about the Tuskegee offense?
Tuskegee?
The Tuskegee offense?
Tuskegees. I like it.
That was funny,
I
TomKat.
would not. Oh my God, that was terrible. No, but I know what you're saying. But yeah, that's crazy. I'm
It
glad.
could have hurt a lot of people.
Hell yeah. You know, tomorrow they say, well, actually, no, 2:20 something. SpaceX, they firing off another damn rocket 2:00 in
Really?
the morning. So if you're gonna be up, you can look at it and see.
From Orlando?
Yeah. So
Okay.
you can see it. You can see it from
I
over
seen
here.
I took a picture of the last, well, not the last one, a couple ones back. I seen it, dude. That shit was dope. Like the marks and like it's skid marks in the sky. It's pretty dope.
Looking like your underwear,
Kind of.
Ramo.
No, my underwears are more.
What kind of underwear do you wear? Are you whitey tighties or
Tiny
boxers?
whiteys.
I wear like the
Peter
boxer
pants.
briefs.
Boxer briefs. What about you,
Yeah,
Memphis? Are you a whitey tighty? And what style of underwear are you?
I free ball most of the time.
Disgusting.
We're washing that couch.
No shit.
Boxer briefs go all the way.
What about you, TomKat? You get
Boxer
yours
briefs.
at Walmart or Target? Where
I
you-
get the cheapest ones I can find.
Yeah, and you.
And
And then
they're
I
not
fucking
cheap.
wear them until the bottoms looks all ripped and my balls are just hanging out.
Disgusting.
We gonna
That's a
start
revelation.
a GoFundMe, get you some more draws, man.
And then,
you gotta
then
be
I
careful
finally,
with that
then
left
I
one.
finally throw them away after sit on my nuts one time, and I'm like, oh, I got some new underwear.
Well, everybody have a great, great rest of your
Ouch.
week, and we'll of course be back next
Yeah.
week, God's willing. We are the Outcast Podcast. Thank you,
Yes.
thank you for listening, and
We
thank you for
appreciate you.
getting
Don't
us
forget.
climbing up the ranks.
And
Hit that
Put
like
up
and
with our
subscribe
shit.
button on YouTube
We're
as well.
idiots.
Definitely do that. Like and
Especially
subscribe on
those guys.
YouTube.
Thanks to our research team and
yeah.
technical director and executive directors in the cage back
the
there.
best.
J&J Production.
What do you say we play some ball? Let's play some ball.
Let's
It's
ball
your
out.
time. We're gonna miss some shots now, goddammit.
We were balling, now we're going to go balling.
Sucks.
We've been balling.
Yeah, you've always playing with your balls.
Yeah, just sitting on your balls.
Peace out.